What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And I know I'm a couple behind. If y'all new to my channel, hello, and hello to my YouTube family, all new subscribers. I am a couple videos behind. I'll get them done next couple days. Sometimes it's like that. Anyways, let's talk about this filler episode. I'm sorry. Living Legend ain't a little very happy when he was talking about in that rehearsal scene. But we do We're Housewives, Housewives Atlanta, episode 200, season 6. Yeah, I know I got the number wrong, but that's what it feels like, okay? It's gotten a point, even if this wasn't a filler episode, we just want to move on, okay? And if you're not already subscribed, click the subscribe button below and like and comment. I know I'm gotta get used to getting responding to comments. Eventually, y'all all have to be, selective. But don't worry, I do be reading all your comments. But yeah, I'm just sitting here like this. I just got the remember Ed Lover when he used to become on so many popular. That's the look I got on now, y'all. It was one of those episodes where I was able to do homework. Okay, y'all. Let's get this out the way. It seemed like they were focusing on the careers and lives type of episode after giving the juiciness and the drama from Mexico. But we are going to go back because I really didn't get into the last part about, of course, we know about Nene had the nerves audacity to say basically Greg go like, you got me fired up. Okay, I'm a Hamlin Lee. You don't know nothing about me. I'll have you making out with the flow. Time to black eye, motherfucker. That's pretty much all Greg was giving. And he guess he was spiraling there. I don't know what the hell was going on. All I know is they picked up where was off with Needy had the nerves audacity to call Peter a bitch. And then we see Cynthia all like this, y'all. I told y'all were watching a couple episodes, but we need to go ahead. I'm sorry about the 30-day trial backbone. We need to focus and invest in 6 months to a year tops, okay? I got 2 Canadian quarters and a couple Monopoly bills probably somewhere. Probably them big bills I used to use for the tankers, sticking in water, whatever. We can contribute, y'all. I got a couple pins we put in there. I'll bring a little bank so we can all, I even got a pig bank over there. We can all put it all together, y'all. Let's get Cynthia a backbone. Make her have it where she doesn't sit there like a dumbass. I'm sorry, but I mean, it just let her actually say something instead of looking there like a model. She modeling like a mannequin. Now, and the confessionals in this part, when he's just like, what do you call it, a bitch born? And she's just like, here's Nene trying to pretend, oh, did I say that? Letting you know that she's been using her acting chops. She said she didn't know that she called Peter a bitch. She just keep confirming and standing even to the last scene of the show that he was acting like a bitch. So I'm surprised Peter kept it cool considering the circumstances. And, like the Cynthia's and confessionals, like, this is going uncalled for. But she's referring to the Peter and Greg situation. She's not saying the fact that Nene just sat there and just disrespected, all caps, her husband, okay? Whether he is into women's business or not, we already know. Maybe that's why he was calmed down. Maybe he's like, he's trying to make sure he get that peach in his hand, whatever, right? But he's just like, I'm just saying, now, we're seeing from the Pillow Talk fiasco, the original one, not the remix one we seen last week. Cynthia was the one who sat there and was the main one coming in Candy's face. Now, I'm starting to think, this is just me, y'all, that she came to Candy's face because she felt like Candy's, about 5'1" or whatever she is. Cynthia is about 5'11" or maybe 6 feet, I don't know. She already know also Marlo was going to sit here and, take care of, protecting her. Maybe Peter, we'll leave that alone. But what I'm saying is that she did not she didn't come for the hands. She up here kumbaya and talking to Peter and Greg about Santa difference. Like, we can't was a grown man. And people's like, yeah, I know. Because like I said, even Candy's in the background, like, Cynthia ain't just gonna sit there and say nothing. Everybody just sitting with her. We're just sitting here. Even Miss Lawrence was in the background and just like, really? And it just ended. Whereas, oh, they called a truce after Cynthia intervened because I think Nene finally sat down somewhere at the scene. And then here's Greg again sitting here saying, "Okay, I'll give you this just once, but next time you're gonna have a ticket, to an ass kiss." He didn't some along lines, but making some indirect threats still. Peter's like, "I'm just gonna go home and let me go to my room and we start packing." So let's fast forward. I mean, not to say it was something wrong positive. Okay, Phaedra was only another scene after this. She's almost a couple tests from being, I think, mortuary science, so it's good for her. Get those coins. She's talking to that dude, whatever. He don't even look like it. Just give me a kiss. Just give me the kiss. One kiss on the lips. I don't know why. He just kind of reminds me, but she knew this man for about 20 years. She's been doing, I think, business with him for about 5 years, as far as the funeral service, and then they just talking about her businesses. So we all know how the circumstances going on, but I think. Yes, I think she does have her licenses now, or in that. So, good for her. But there ain't too much about that. Kenya has Marla over there. They talked about the trip. She said she had to get Apollo and I think Portia, and I think Phaedra, and I forgot the third person together, whoever she was talking about. She had some prayer and the courage coming there with a baby. Her dog don't like her, whatever, and she has to keep it where she gets some darn tracking devices. She now holds the baby. As soon as the lady leaves, the baby, because it's supposed to train her when she does have a child. But I do notice this. The parent coach was like this. Yeah. So are you, or what is she excited about doing the child alone? And then again, Kenya keeps saying is she's trying to see her options, but she does have somebody. But she doesn't want to conceive with this person. But something's up. Now, unless you got proof that the person, is infertile. I mean, if it is a dude there and you said you already did the test and turns out the dude is infertile, then that's the only explanation. But she doesn't give that. So, yeah. Okay, next. Then she goes shopping and was with the child. And that's pretty much how she was in the episode. Candy, like I said, she's working on this play. Portia has not signed the contract, nor has she been starting to go to rehearsals. As we see later on, she asked for a couple of days out. She wants, she was trying to man some free gas points or whatever to get to the place. Then she wanted a whole dressing room. Then she wanted all green Skittles and kiwi shaped like stars in her dressing room. Just a bunch of demands. And I mean, I hate to see if she ever gets to the level of the living legends like Shirley Murdoch or Jill Overt or something that measure, even on Candy's level, as far as like being in the entertainment, you know what I mean? So if she says she's really trying to pursue it. So, it's just she's asking this man, she comes in and talk with Don Juan's in there and her Candy's talking, and her about how Candy has gotten about the contracts, which it should have been with Kim anyway. But anyways, they of course did a little flashback about the little Kim thing, about how she has to be now with her friends, which she should be, So she carries just like she paid the same lawyers that Nene has to make sure to go and read over the contract. And, I guess there's still negotiation. And like I said, Candy, now it turns out, I thought everybody had maybe an understudy that said it wasn't being there. But turns out Portia's the only one who has an understudy. And she has not been to rehearsals. We see everybody else there except her. Okay, we see everybody, D Woods and everything else. She still has returned. She goes out in the club now with her sister and some other friends, so probably rocking and probably promoting that naked hair that she got, line that she got. And she up there talking to this one dude, and she all talking for her. She has for she's all flirting with stuff like that. But when the guy asks for another golfer, because he's all behind showing her some golfing moves and stuff, and here she just ass arching the backward move. But he, of course, asks us, he's not from Atlanta, so he asks her flat out, do you want to, exchange numbers? And she got nerves like that to say this old ass line talking about some, I'm in between numbers, so can you give it to my sister? And it kind of much in when once they leave, the girls is like, what, he wasn't bad looking, blah, blah, blah. Why you didn't talk? And she's like, well, I'm still trying to move on. And that's something about she was moving on. But like I said, she asked for a couple more days off, I think the next day later. And that's still what Portia's behind, okay? But the Candy, like I said, her and D Woods, and I think Victor, the choreographer, they all went back to the school. She's doing something to get back to the school where she's giving 2 students opportunity based on principal, and I think one of her favorite teachers, put out was 2 other teachers, especially drama teacher that she helped out. She said this school had hoped to put her in a career and everything else. So there's nothing wrong with that. She said they're not just them, but Outcast and some other people, famous people came from that school. So basically, they have like this little, they set a surprise, have this little parade. They actually had a band and everything. At least about 75% of the auditorium students were there. And, they choose the two students, so that's supposed to be helping with the production, and one's supposed to actually performing with her successful play. And that's about it. Like I said, I'm trying to. Yeah, was there anything else with anybody else? Oh, yeah, now here we go to Cynthia and Phaedra thing. No, not Phaedra. I meant to say Cynthia and Nene. So now, we're back and forth, the day after or the next night after. We got Nene. And then with this I can't stand when they do this back and forth. This is when you hear your opinion from this side and this side. Can't y'all stay 2 minutes on this, then go 2 minutes over here. But anyways, let's go on this side. Cynthia is trying to say, remember that preview we seen last week, which you weren't surprised, that she is talking to Peter, and Peter calming down, like that was just like uncalled for and stuff like that. And of course Cynthia's just like, we're friends and everything else, but I don't want to be her friend and she's like this, and maybe we can solve this and blah blah blah. I don't even want to feel like even reacting to everything, because I'm like, we already know Cynthia is in need of a backbone. But like I said, she was quick to come to Candy, but I mean, honest, but still, even if she just would have said, that's crossing the line. It's still focusing on, like, we understand how Greg's behavior is out of line, blah, blah, blah. And then we got Nene talking to Greg, and Greg, still feels like it was out of place. But it was out of place for you to bring that up, and you still are threatening, you threaten this dude or whatever, okay? And it's, but Nene said how they're good friends, blah, blah, blah. But Phaedra, this is what I meant to say. Phaedra did have reported confessionals, y'all, about when they were talking lines, how Cynthia was just sitting there while Nene just kept being disrespectful to Peter. Okay? So was saying about, how Cynthia and Nene has that friendship contract and stuff, okay? And so, like I said, both parties between Nene and Greg, and they decide, Greg was kind of concerned about the fact that this might affect Cynthia's friendship between her and Nene. And then Nene is still trying to justify saying the act like a bitch comment. And she's sitting here also talking about, well, Peter does act like a bitch and blah, 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 and he wouldn't have been acting like that. But it's still not justification for Greg coming at him. Just like she had no right coming for Peter anymore. Like I said, Peter was messy, but coming in. But like I said, she can get over. Like I said, Peter was still calm down. I'm surprised. Now, it would have been interesting episode, but it was like, fuck you, fuck y'all, fuck you, fuck, fuck your hair, fuck your sideline, Greg, fuck. I'm just saying, but it didn't turn out that way. I'm not, so. Oh, what else, y'all? Like I said, it was one of them drag-on episodes. So, yeah, Greg was deciding to do a during meeting. Like I said, Cynthia and Peter feels comfortable. Maybe not. They'll see about maybe meeting up with them or whatever. It was one of those conversations like, y'all, you paint your nails, do stuff, tie your shoes, clean your shoes out, get your clothes out for tomorrow for work. It was one of the type of, like I said, things. And so we go, let's just fast forward. We don't really see him too much anymore until that last part of episode. At first, Cynthia's like, I don't know, this feels like her first day, because they arrived, and Greg and Nene arrived. And Greg is just looking at Cynthia like, oh, well, you never give me that look. I mean, what's wrong? And but you look ravishing. And it's just like I said, it gets to the point where I think Nene, I forgot who said the first word, because like I said, the point, it was just one of those episodes of just trying to drag. But I am excited at least that there's 2 more episodes before we get, maybe the 4-week reunion. Yeah. But it's finally, I guess, supposedly coming to an end. And so, they sat there and, was discussing everything. Nene, eventually, I guess, it wasn't, well, I know Greg apologized really on behalf on them, whatever, right? I apologize in the end of both, they did the pound or whatever, the pound, like, what they did, the hold hands and we'll be fine, friendship, whatever, So, but I'm just saying is that it's to me personally, I'm just like, this episode kind of really wasn't neat. Or they could have chopped out a lot of stuff considering just overlap. Maybe put half of the episode next week and put this together, because it was kind of like one of those episodes like, well, you know what? Like I said before, this is just tiring. This whole damn season has been over. It should have been over 3 months ago. Shouldn't have, but yeah. So, They decided in the end, like I said, Nene was still trying justification about Peter being people's business, but they did decide in the end to be kumbaya with each other, and that's pretty much how it ended. And they're gonna keep the friendship. And Cynthia, was joking around like, well, now since y'all say bitch, I can probably say bitch to y'all, stuff like that. Because but Greg at the end, if you call me a bitch, I'm gonna be crushed. I think she was responding to that. But yeah, y'all, they are still friends, at least that we know of, maybe during filming. That's all I got, y'all. It really wasn't that much to this episode. We do see next week that Todd and Mama Joyce is, whatever, and I do say this though. I hope, besides also we found about, a couple of us do want to see if this fight really going for Kenya. I hope, congratulations for Candy and Todd about to do nuptials on the 4th. I hope they power walk before, and and they got one of them speed reader master readers that's marrying them off. If y'all remember the age used to be, that guy used to be like the Mac cars and stuff, but them people would be speed reading, or Twister rap, like Twister the rapper. Somebody would be saying, "Do you take somebody me, baby wife, with him husband gonna be take it to be husband of your wife, so be it." Like them auction people. So be it. Blah blah blah. You take this person right here. Blah blah blah. Here. But the reason for you when I'm gonna kiss goodbye, because we ain't got time for my Joyce. Even though she claims she ain't gonna do nothing, that still does not mean that nothing's gonna happen. Well, that's all I got, y'all. It really wasn't that much this week. I tried my best. Y'all take care. Y'all have a pleasant week, a pleasant night, pleasant weekend, and I definitely will see y'all in the next video. Okay, take care, y'all. Bye bye.